Hi, collective. Um, Usually I do videos about my spiritual messages and reads, okay, but today I really want to talk about the memories that I now have that have been suppressed. Now, in other videos, do I say, I have expressed some of my life experiences, right? And I want to express some more because I feel like I'm being guided to by my nan. So even though my whole life I was being suppressed, my gifts were being suppressed by magic, and confusion spells, manipulation spells, I always remained spiritually connected to two people: my stepfather and my nan. Regardless of my gifts being suppressed and not being able to utilize them, they always came through to me. I have kept a connection with them, two people completely. I've been putting a lot of pieces together, collective, about my life, and the memories that have all come flooding back. And I remember one memory which has held a great importance to me and has opened my eyes to who may be behind in my family, that one, that suppressed me with magic, and two, who held back my inheritance and the gift of my nan's home to me. So my mum was the one out of my mum and her 5 sisters. My mum was the one who practiced witchery, right? She has also spent her whole life energy harvesting my energy, my gifts, for herself and the rest of the family, okay? I know that. On top of that, I had this memory come back to me, and it was at my nan's house. Now, my nan was struggling to write because she had had a stroke, and she was paralysed on if I remember rightly, it was down her left side. So she really struggled to write. She was very shaky. So I remember writing a shopping list. She was asking me, I was bent down, she was sat in her chair and I was bent down on the floor, and I was writing the shopping list. And I was young, so I couldn't really spell right, but she was telling me how to spell the words and what she needed. We were getting the job done together. And I ended up crying because my nan, she started talking to me about the house and how much I loved it. And I did, I loved it. It was like sleeping in her duvets and her sheets was like sleeping in a hotel. I loved it. She also had a parrot. I remember having a parrot or a bird. I don't know whether it was a bird or a parrot. It was either green or yellow. And I used to be really drawn to it. I loved it. Anyway, going off key there. I remember my nan starting to talk to me about if she was to die, that she was going to leave me the house and a gift to make sure I was comfortable. Now, I was only young, I didn't really understand. All I understood was that she was talking about her dying, and it made me really upset. And I remember my auntie coming out really angrily and a really bitter face. Why are you talking about like that with her? Stop talking about it, Mum, is what she said. Now, I had forgotten this. I had forgotten this memory. For years I had forgotten this, right? And I've been trying to work out, because my nan has been coming to me recently telling me that she left me the gift. She left me the gifts that she said she was going to. And I couldn't remember at this point, right? And I was like, what gifts? I don't remember you talking to me about it, man. And she said to me, the gift of financial stability and the house. Now, as far as I was told, the house got sold and the money was split between the sisters. And I remember my mum being really arsey, like saying to me, oh, I didn't get included in it. She didn't. Oh, your auntie's got everything, and I got left nothing. And I remembered this when my nan was spiritually like connecting with me, right? I remembered this, and I remember saying to her, "What was left to me?" And she was really pissed off, like, "Why would you have been left anything if I hadn't have been left anything?" And this really upset me, and I was like, because Nan told me she would. And she went, don't be absurd. Why would she have given you anything? And it really cut me deep because me and my nan was so close, right? And my stepdad, we were so close too. My mum used to lock him outside, like lock all the doors so we couldn't get in. She was such a volatile woman to us kids and to my stepdad, right? He worked his fucking arse off. He was a fisherman and he was dedicated to what he'd done. He loved the sea. In fact, I visit him. I've been visiting the sea throughout my whole life journey and connecting with him too. And I realised the other day, right, the only two people that offered me protection and love and security died when I was very young and within 3 to 5 years of one another. Now I also know now, because they've both connected with me and told me that their lives were sacrificed. Yes, collective. My family, and I'm assuming it's my mum because she was the witch in the family, who done magic, right? Who done magic to for them to lose their lives. And they're probably gonna, if any of them watch this video, they're gonna be like, they're gonna be so pissed, right? Because they have not wanted me to remember any of this shit. They have not wanted me to remember, but I have. They have both worked with Spirit and God to make sure I was brought back into myself and into my gifts so I could bring justice onto the fucking karmic family I was born into. Oh yes. And I'm not even having to lift a finger here, collective. Like, I'm not even having to lift a finger. They're all experiencing karma now. They're experiencing financial loss, health conditions, accidents. I feel like someone has died as well. I feel like someone transitioned, okay, here, that they lost their life. Now, them doing all this and doing this for fucking years, okay, has only brought karma to them. Not only them, but their friends and their own fucking kids. They have cursed their own fucking children. I mean, how selfish is that? All because of money and greed. Like, I have spent my whole life, regardless of what shit got pushed against me, right? Now, I am talking about physical, sexual, emotional abuse I've gone through. I've gone through every type of drug addiction you can imagine. Even being put on prescribed medication for severe mental health issues, okay? And I have risen and risen above everything that's been thrown at me. In that time of being in such a bad state, I have been able to remain kind-hearted, thoughtful, generous, because that's just the fucking person that I am. Like, I don't care about materialistic things. I don't. I care about energy. Energy speaks so much more louder than money. And this is a video that I want them to know about, because their greed and their selfishness has brought nothing more than bad luck for the whole family, their friends and their children. Now, I was able to break the curse that was put upon the family because I've remained diligent, I've remained patient, I've remained kind, and I've remained generous, regardless of how bitter I could have become. I didn't. I've been able to transmute pain into power. Now, I feel that even my father was in on this, because I mean my own father disowned me. I went through a breakdown, right? I tried to take my life. This wasn't the first time I tried to do it, but this time I was very near success to taking my own life. And right after he picked me up from the hospital, guys, he sat in the car and said, "I can't do this." And I said, "You can't do what, Dad?" And he said to me, "I just can't do this. I can't do you. I can't do the kids. I'm not doing it no more." I was just like, "I've literally just had a breakdown, Dad. I need you. I need your support." "No," he said. Now that fucking hurt me, guys. That hurt me. I didn't have my mum. I didn't have the rest of the family at this point, because I knew that they were very karmic people, and I didn't want nothing to do with them. But at least I had my dad, right? No. Didn't even have him. I know there's lots of other people out there in the same situation. I just want you to be reminded that on a daily basis to call back your energy and your powers, okay? Because a lot of you probably are spiritually connected and have spiritual gifts that you don't even know about. And that's because people are probably harvesting your energy for themselves and keeping you suppressed by magic. If you call back your energy and you call back your power, you will then have the energy to use for yourself. When you disconnect from these people, these negative people, you need to disconnect yourself from everyone, okay? Anyone that is negative or low vibrational, because these people will be keeping you in a state where you cannot transform yourself back into who you're meant to be, okay? I really wanted to share this with you guys because so many people feel like they're going through this sort of shit on their own. You're not. There's others, okay? Me being one of them. You can reach out to me if you need advice or whatever, okay? I love you guys. Take care. I really hope you have a great day. Stay beautiful and know your worth.